Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So to start off, I want to apologize for being so MIA the last few weeks, but I'm back now and I'm ready to bring you guys some more makeup tutorials. For this video, I use the NRDbeauty Greek Goddess palette. This is what she looks like. And I went ahead and I did this night out New Year's kind of vibe makeup look. And I used the NRDbeauty Greek Goddess palette. This is what she looks like right here. I also showed you guys how to create a cut crease, or my tips and tricks on what I do to create a cut crease. So if you wanna find out how I created this eye look, then just keep on watching. So for the transition shade, we're gonna take this shade right here with a big fluffy brush and just blend it all over. For the next shade, we're gonna take a more precise brush and we're gonna go in with this shade here and just gonna pop it into the outer corners and then slightly blend that in. Alright, with a more smudged brush, we're gonna take this darker shade right here and we're gonna, of course, pack that into the outer corners. And then slightly blend. So I had someone ask me, what's the difference with the blending brushes? Take a look at these three blending brushes right here. One is more pointy and precise, one is more open for blending, and then this one is big and poofy. So this one is good for blending in the outer corners, right in the spot you want it, only in that spot. So it's good for just blending in one spot. This next one is good for just like blending it all together. Like if you just want to do that last blend and blend everything together. And then the big fluffy one is good for transition shades. You want to get everything all over the place. That is why you really need different blending brushes. Each blending brush has its own job. So I do recommend getting the different brushes. They do not do the same thing. Do not listen to anyone that says that, by the way. It's not true. It is not true. So in this video, I also want to show you guys how to create a cut crease. I had a few of you ask me, how do I do it? Is it easy? Is it hard? To be honest, it is tricky when you're learning to do it. It's going to be tricky the first few times, because you have to learn the shape of your eye and what works best for the shape of your eye. So for this cut crease, I'm gonna be using this concealer by Morphe. It's a full coverage, and I'm gonna be using this flat brush. You wanna make sure your flat brush is dirty. I know, it's a little disgusting in a way, but the dirtier it is, the flatter it gets. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna try and zoom you in. And first what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the concealer brush and we're gonna just put some on our crease. You don't wanna put too much, just make sure it is enough so that when you look up, you get that nice curved line. This is one of the easiest tricks for doing a cut crease. When you look up, it carves that nice line where you should be cutting your crease. So next we're gonna take our flat brush and we're just gonna follow that exact line. You might want to add a little more concealer so that you can just keep shaping it. So once you get the desired shape you want for your cut crease, you're gonna take that same flat brush and just gonna try and blend out the edges, because by now then the concealer is gonna be dry. So you blend it out, not too much, just a little bit, so that once you blend more shadows in, it's gonna look a lot better. So we're gonna go back in with this dark shade right here, and we're gonna apply that to the outer corners so that we can blend out the concealer. Alright, before we apply the glitter shade, I'm gonna take a little bit of setting powder and just put that right under my eye so that it can catch the fallout from the blue glitter. We'll be going in with the blue shade, this one right here. So we're just gonna apply it next. And look how beautiful that looks on the eyes. Moving on, we're gonna blend out the blue glitter just a little bit so it doesn't have any harsh lines. And with that, we're gonna be taking these two shades right here. And my all-time favorite trick, we're gonna pull the eye so that we can get that nice blend that we want. And then with our fluffy brush, we're just gonna blend everything together. Alright, so after all that blending, we can brush off that setting powder. That made it a lot easier if you have fallout, so I do recommend that trick. For the bottom lash line, we're gonna be taking that same dark brown shade, and I want to focus this brown shade right at the waterline. So we're just gonna pack that in very, very close. Then with the lighter shade again, we're gonna blend that out. Moving on to the inner corners and the brow bone. We're gonna be taking this bright shade right here. We're just gonna pack that into the inner corners. And then onto the brow bone. Alright guys, I'm done with the lashes. I also went ahead and applied my lippy. Since the eyes is such a dark blue type of vibe, I went ahead and I used a very neutral nude lip. So for highlight, I'm gonna be using the Morphe x Bretman Rock Babe in Paradise highlight palette. And it looks a little bit like this. She's a little bit dusty, but it's one of my faves. We're gonna go ahead and wet our face, and I'm gonna be using the Mario Badescu Cucumber Water. And I like this one because it does have aloe in it and green tea. So it smells amazing, and it's also good for your face. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray. And I'm also gonna be wetting my brush. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. Alright guys, that's it for this makeup look. I hope you guys really enjoyed my little tips and tricks about how to create a cut crease. I know they're not new tricks or new ways to do it, but that's pretty much how I conquer a cut crease. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.